right, so this is going to be another DVD review. This one's called The Fearmakers Collection 2007. Giving it 5 out of 5 stars. I love this. These half-hour profiles of 10 of the screen's masters of classic terror and suspense based on the book The Fearmakers, St. Martin's Press, 1994, by John McCarty. I was surprised to see Michael J. Weldon, the author of the Psychotronic video guide, on this one. No user reviews, 46 ratings on IMDb. This is so dang obscure. The first disc had it had Jack Arnold, Todd Browning, and who's the middle one? Jack Arnold, Todd Browning. I can't even remember what was on the first disc. Fearmakers Disc 1. Let me look it up. There's a 3-disc set on eBay for $39.99. How much does it go for on let's try Amazon. It's going for $19.99 on Amazon. It's always cheaper on Amazon, it seems, or maybe not. All right. So what do we got here? Todd Browning. Oh, William Castle. William Castle is the second one. I love this disc. Highly recommended. Check it out. So I'm watching the Roger Corman. I'm watching disc 2 right now, which is each disc is an hour and 40 minutes. We've got Roger Corman, Terence Fisher, and Tobe Hooper on disc 2. And I'll get disc 3 next week from Netflix. Or maybe, no, actually, I'll get it tomorrow. Let me tell you what's coming down the pike on my Netflix. I'm watching the Roger Corman, and I'm not seeing any politically correct communist and or progressive nonsense on there. So far, so good for disc 2. Disc 1 is 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommended. Check it out. I think if you want to see better documentary, check out Fearmakers collection. There's also that Australian dude who did a documentary on Filipino films. That one was good too. But the first documentary that I saw about Roger Corman was horrible. Absolute nonsense. So I start my union job on Monday, which is good because I can cut off the other 2 jobs completely and just focus on one job 40 hours a week, unless my other valet parking job gives me overnights back at the Luma Hotel, in which case I should be better off financially, working 72 hours a week, but I'm going to be dead tired all the time. Fortunately, I have an energy drink, but I'll still be tired. All right. So tomorrow I should get Failsafe and the Fearmakers collection, Disc 3. And then next week I should get, by the way, Failsafe is 1964. It's another Red Scare movie. Fearmakers collection, Disc 3. That's John Agar and Dario Argento. That's weird. I thought there were 10. So that would mean 4 on Disc 3, not 2. I'm confused. All right. I've got Nightmares in red, white, and blue. Coming next week. That's 2009. Creature, 1985. Crimes in the Dark House, along with The Hooded Terror, 1938. Double feature. All right, that's what I got coming down the pike. Anyways, I really enjoyed the first disc. Todd Browning, I'm not a real big fan of. Dracula's and Freaks are both overrated, in my opinion. But I haven't seen his other movies, so I really can't comment on his silent. A lot of his silent movies were lost. I didn't know that. And he kind of petered out like William Castle. And also like Jack Arnold petered out too. All three of them kind of petered out at the end of their careers. Jack Arnold, William Castle, and Todd Browning. I was excited to see Michael J. Weldon. He's kind of a communist / progressive guy like Roger Corman, but he knows a lot about film. I base most of my Netflix queue on his Psychotronic video guide. That's how I make my list of Netflix DVDs. It's from the Psychotronic video guide for the most part, except for when Karate Man, Professor Quiz, and Adrian make mentions and recommendations. Then I'll add those, mix those in between. I think right now I'm adding Jim Wynorski films. He's also on this disc 1, and he might be on disc 2. Roger, yeah, he's on disc 2 also. He's on disc 1 and disc 2. Jim Wynorski. What films did Jim Wynorski do? Oh, well, he did Chopping Mall, Haunting of Morella. 2 great films, Chopping Mall and Haunting of Morella. Dino Croc versus Super Gator was okay. Wasn't anything spectacular, but Haunting of Morella was dynamite. What else can I add here? I've got all these. This one. Got that. Against the Law, 1997. Let's see if I can add it. Yeah, I can. I got to go back home and look at Psychotronic Video Guide to see which director I'm going to add. After Jim Wynorski. Because you three fellas have been kind of slow with the slow paced with the recommendations and the mentions. So I've been able to add a lot of Jim Wynorski stuff this month. All right, so I start my new job. I quit my other two jobs unless one of them brings me back to overnights at Luma Hotel, which I'm hoping I can do Wednesday to Saturday, get my 72 hours. Talked to my financial advisor today, and he said instead of getting a personal loan to pay your health insurance from the bank, where they're charging you all this interest, just sell your stocks and then pay yourself back, like in August when I get free health care. Well, Karate Man's in the chat room. Yeah, this is Belmont Public Library in Belmont, California. It's raining. I got my umbrella. My umbrella's wet. This is where my son wants to go. He doesn't want to hang out at my dungeon anymore in San Francisco, except for Sundays when we pretty much have all day. Yep. So what's new with you, Karate Man? Karate Man's in the chat room. I was just talking about him. Well, delayed response again. I guess I'll go back to watching the Fearmakers collection. Disc 2, Roger Corman. We have Roger Corman. Okay. Oh, it's summertime in Australia and it's wintertime in California. How much Celsius is it in Australia? Autumn. Oh. What's the Celsius reading on your thermometer thing? All right. So the first disc was Jack Arnold, Todd Browning, William Castle. Second disc is Roger Corman, Terence Fisher, Tobe Hooper. Third disc is Roman Polanski, Jacques Tourneur. Hope I'm perfect. Oh, 15 Degrees. 15 Celsius. That's 59 Fahrenheit. That's about the same weather as here, but it's raining. Okay, so third disc is Roman Polanski, Jacques Tourneur, Roland West, and Robert Wise. Forget John Agar. Forget what I just said earlier. All right. Well, we had to wait for our room. There were two teenage Indian girls just kind of standing around trying to make up excuses not to leave the room. So my son and I are just standing outside for like 10 minutes waiting for this room. But anyways, nice talking to you, Karate Man. I'm going down my list super fast. So I should be able to get to your next one very soon. I got to watch a William Castle 1948 comedy. I never watched his early stuff. All of his horror films are great, but kind of skeptical about his 1948 comedy, if you know what I mean. It's called Texas, Brooklyn, and Heaven, comedy romance. This might be the only William Castle movie that I hate. Then I've got a couple more. Then I've got Hurricane Smith, rare 90s action from Karate Man. Hurricane Smith coming up number 4 on my list. Rage of Honor. Oh, Karate Man's busting out with the recommendations here. I don't think Karate Man will ever run out of recommendations. Last one from ninjutsu. What is ninjutsu? You'll have to explain that to me. Rage of Honor. Let's see if it's on Netflix. You sure it's spelled correctly? Oh, ninjutsu. That makes sense. It's martial arts that ninjas do. Why do you spell it with a U? Honor. Is that a Australian spelling? I see Rage and Honor, 1992. Rage and Honor 2, Hostile Takeover. What about YouTube? Is it on YouTube? Man, YouTube is taking forever. I don't even have a search bar yet. Oh, there's search. Okay. Rage. $1987. Full movie. It says watch with screen pics, and then there's something above it that looks like a full movie from 6 years ago. I better turn off the sound here. It's going to pop up real quick. 1 hour, 31 minutes. I added it to my list, Mr. Karate Man. Rage of Honor. But there's no U in the title. I think you did the Australian spelling, because on YouTube it says this. That's what it says on YouTube. No U in honor. Just Honor is how you spell it here in the States. All right. Well, I added another one to my list. I guess we'll go down my list on Sunday when I get 2 more DVDs. Laters.